Here.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever and wherever you are. This is Lee, and we're on the game of tongues. Yes, we are. Where we work on speech anxiety in all its forms. And I have the pleasure and privilege of having with me the very pretty Annie. Say hello, Annie.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
And Annie is of all things, a medical doctor, and she lives in Pakistan. And she used to stutter quite a bit, and she uh, came to us somewhere in 2018, and
Mm.
she studied the book, and she was a good student, and she she learned the crutches and did a great job, and we posted her success story, and I'm trying to see where it was. It seems to me like it was, yeah, it was in June of 2018, and
18.
then we so that's a long time ago, obviously, and we had one Skype in the middle in June of 2019, and that was it. And so now I want to ask her to give, if she would, give a little summary of her how she used to stutter and how she beat it. That's number two, and three, how your speech is now. So tell us a little bit about your stuttering, and then how you beat it and how your speech is now.
So first of all, my speech was really bad in the beginning when I first started talking to Lee. One of my friend he told me about him. So when I approached him, I used to be very nervous, and there were specific situations when I used to stutter more, especially when I uh, used to be in front of my professors and someone who is authoritative. Then I started talking to Lee, and I started using the crutches, and I also read his book, which proved to be very very helpful. Um, and I was very compliant with all the methods that Lee taught me, and also all the methods that I read in his book, especially the crutches. They actually helped me a lot, and I also learned them by heart, and I started using them one by one, or according to the situation, or according to the words, and I started putting them in my normal daily conversation. Um, and my favorite crutch was the voice modulation, because I could use it anywhere with anyone, and nobody could detect my speech disability. And also the one, and there was also my favorite crutch name, um, the one where we could break the word, like pronunciation. I
Yeah,
don't remember the name of that crutch. That was also my
yeah, that's
favorite
it.
crutch,
Extreme
and I
pronunciation.
yeah,
At number
extreme
nine.
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yeah. um so the crutches first of all, and then the self hypnosis, it also helped me a lot, but I was not very consistent with it. But I tried auto suggestions a lot, because I could do the auto suggestions anywhere, anytime, especially whenever I'm in my classroom, or whenever I'm in the wards where I had to speak in front of people. So before going in front of people, I could just tell myself that I'm just gonna be great. I'm gonna do great. I will speak very fluently. My speech is really good. I love to speak. I love to speak. And I used to do the auto suggestions before going in front of the people, and it helped me a lot. Um, And now I'm going to tell you about my current speech. My current speech is really and far better than it used to be. Only because I was really good at using the crutches, and I became very confident, and I'm way confident now. Um, and I'm and now I can say that I can say any word I want. I can talk to anyone I want, and I can also talk on the phone easily. Uh, while I was really afraid to talk to people on the telephone before, but now I am like I can talk on phone easily, and I have no fear to talk on the telephone. Um, and my speech has improved overall, and the people can see the difference, especially my family and my colleagues, my friends. And now they say that my speech has improved a lot, and I'm satisfied with my life. And I thank you, Lee, and I thank you for all the support and your fatherly support that you used to give me, and you still do, and you still stay in touch with me. And thank you for everything,
Well,
and all credit goes to you.
you're very welcome, Annie. It's been a pleasure to help you. Anyone would love to help you. I'm sure of that. And it's just my reward is just listening to you and talking and looking at you and knowing that you're having a great life. And your speech should continue to get better as long as you live. You should
Yeah.
continue to improve your speech. And any time that you can read aloud for fun, if you can develop that habit, if and when you have children, I know you're married and just
Yeah.
recently, and if and when you have children, if you will read to them and read to them and read to them aloud, you will build great bonds with them. They will love it. You'll teach them to read before they go to school, and it'll be a wonderful thing. I have many of my PWS students, and your PWSS, because you're a person who stopped stuttering, um, who read to their children, and they love it, and it's been one of the great blessings. Your long-term goal is really to be able to say that you
Mm,
love to speak in all
yeah.
situations, not just that you can, but that you love to speak in all situations. And finally, that you converted stuttering into a blessing, and you did that
Mm,
because you used mind training, whether it's autosuggestion or self-hypnosis, to attack whatever mental problems we all have them. Whatever mental problems you have, you attack them and you do
mm,
not accept them. And you keep this garden up here. You pull all the weeds every day and you plant good seeds. It's like I always have to tell myself every day, one of the things I always say is, today I'll reject anger in all its forms. Don't care what the
mm,
form is. An ugly face, just a feeling inside, well, do that, something, an angry emotion, because anger is a toxin. It's like
yeah.
hate and jealousy. It chews us up, and it creates a lot of bad stuff in our brains and in our bodies, and we hurt other people. It's terrible. So that's always been a problem for me, and I'm much
Mm,
better because I work on it. Heaven forbid if I didn't work on it, I don't know what would become of me, you know, but I work on it. So I'm hoping that 3-step process, stopping, stuttering, which you did, becoming a real lover of speech, looking forward to
mm,
every opportunity and enjoying it and thinking,
yeah.
crutch 13, you know, speaking without any planning, just letting your
Mm,
thoughts fall out of your mouth. You don't need to think about what you say any more than you have to think to breathe
mm,
or to blink or to swallow. You don't. Now, if you're giving a talk, a presentation, a major paper, that's different. You write it out and so forth, and you read it, you memorize
mm,
it. That's different. But conversation is all spontaneous,
mm,
and To
Mm,
be spontaneous, we must speak immediately and not think about any of the words at all. We have ideas, we have no words. The brain does the word job for us.
mm,
So anytime that you're having, when you find yourself thinking words, try not to. Try to correct
mm,
that. Don't want to think words. Think, say another word. You know plenty of them. You got a big vocabulary.
mm,
Grab another word and keep on going. And think about emotion, passionate, positive emotions, and smiling when you speak. That's our crutch number 12, as you know. You smile a lot. You have a
yeah,
beautiful smile. You should use it as much as you can.
mm,
You'll have people eating out of your hand when you do. So that's it. And I'm going to end this little um, success validation, I call it. And thank you for your time. Don't go
yeah,
away. And I'll thank you for your time. And I'll say to anybody that happens to see this that I hope you can believe what Annie says. She's not making these things up. She has no reason to mislead you or to mislead anybody. She's just trying to share the truth. She wants to help you just as I want to help her. So think about that when you watch these stories. And remember that if Annie and I can say one word anywhere, anytime, you can say one word. If you can say one word, you can say any word anywhere, anytime as well. So have a happy new year and stay tuned.